It's the National Football League on EA Sports, where we'll see two of the NFL's oldest and most storied franchises. It's the Green Bay Packers and the Philadelphia Eagles, and it's all just ahead on Madden NFL 25.
Philadelphia is known for having some very vocal fans, and nearly 70,000 of them are letting their voices be heard already. Welcome inside Lincoln Financial Field. Thanks for joining us, everyone. With my partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. And like so many matchups in the NFL, Brock, our focus goes right to the quarterbacks in this one. Both of these guys, players who've been around the league now for some time, they definitely established themselves as veterans who know how to win football games.
Yeah, I think the word of the day, Kate, is definitely experience. Two guys who've been through the season several times over, have seen a lot at this point in their career, and been through quite a bit on the field. All that experience is stored up there right between the ears. And the one who is more skilled at leveraging that experience, more than likely is going to come away with the win.
Anders Carlson ready to get us started. And we're underway from Philadelphia. Return coming from the 6. He's got a lane up past the 30. Here come the Eagles for their opening drive. They're let out by a QB coming into his 5th NFL season out of Oklahoma. It's Jalen Hurts.
Kate, it's not often that we talk about quarterbacks having a nose for the end zone in football. It's usually reserved for the running backs. But Jalen Hurts has changed that conversation. He has so much power, so much strength. You get him into the short yardage situations or around the goal line, he finds a way to get in. But it's not just there. He's got a deep ball that's the envy of many. He's elevated his teammates around him. And he's got a skill set that I know a lot of quarterbacks would sure love to have.
And he found some running room for a nice gain. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Short side option here. He's running. Somebody lost the ball. She left the ball behind. And the fumble recovery is made. Getting 3 on that game. And that's a Philadelphia first down. Ooh, so close to a big play defensively there, Brock. But now these guys got to stay out there. They were unable to bring in the fumble. They just forced.
They do. Got to bring a little bit of juice. But kind of like a boxer when they get a guy cut, they know. Man, if I get that first cut, I can make them bleed. And you get that ball out the first time, I guarantee you, I promise you, those guys are thinking they'll get it the next. Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Couldn't connect on first. It's 2nd down. Back to throw, Hurts. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Here he is on 3rd and long. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And a nice game here, but it stopped short of the first.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, and you can make a play in the open field and keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And no chance at a return as this one heads across the sideline at the 25-yard line. So now it's the Packers getting out on offense for their opening drive. Bringing them out, someone who wowed last year in his first chance as a starter, Jordan Love.
For 3 years, well, we waited on Jordan Love. He got to watch one of the greats do it in Aaron Rodgers, and it wasn't until last year they finally gave him the keys. Well, and the wait was worth it. He put on a show a season ago. 32 touchdowns, just 11 interceptions in a year that nobody anticipated the Packers, and so many of their young players could grow and emerge into a playoff team. They did just that. Nobody questioned Jordan Love's physical traits. It was the accuracy. It was the anticipation. It was the nuance to play in the position. He answered all of those and more with the breakout season a year ago.
It's a gain of 17 on that one. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Big shot to begin the drive. Has him up beyond the 40. They'll run here on first down. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. He picks up 15 on the play. And it'll be first down, Packers.
Yeah, you want to get above 5 yards to carry? You put together runs like that. And I'll tell you what else a run like that does, Kate. That sets up the play action. Right? When you really just gouge and gash a defense like that, the next time you run that action, you're going to be thinking running the ball to go right over their head.
And this one doesn't go far.
That's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Second down now, 7 to go. From the 41. Hauled in by Musgrave. And he'll get this down at the 33-yard line.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
They send a tight end in motion. Here's the give on third and short. And he's tackled for no gain. No gain on the play. That brings up a tough decision for them on fourth down.
Big man up front said, not in my house. Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this, it's over. Over.
Only need the length of the football. It's 4th and inches. Love now. He finds him beyond the marker. What a call. They wind up with 12 on fourth down and pull off the conversion.
I love those moments of truth. We get to see exactly how they handle it when all the pressure that drives right on them. Turns out, handled it pretty darn well. And now they'll keep pushing on.
They'll come up 1st and 10. They're going play action. An alert play defensively there. Got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it second down.
And these pass rushers in the game today, they are so doggone good. Not only are they good at getting home and sacking the quarterback, look at this. He was fighting the blocker. He kept his eyes on the ball, times it perfectly, and he forces a pass breakup.
Second and 10 now. The Eagles swarm in and take him down. And that pushes him back. Third down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board. First drive as a defense, and now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
Figure out this third down here. Here's Love. And even on third down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be fourth down.
So many coaches love third downs and they practice them so much, Kate. Why? Because they're the money down in the NFL. Whether it's a close game already out of hand, coaches know got to execute and convert on these third downs.
And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And that's going to break our tie and give them a 3-point advantage.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
set now for the kickoff. His return starts at the 5. And he's brought down. The offense will come onto the field. The Eagles about set to get going for their second drive. They struggled to produce on that last series, but better results ahead as they take possession here. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Trying to throw here out of the gun. He'll get this one to Brown. And he's officially in enemy territory now, and they're going to give him the opposing 49. It's a 23-yard pickup on the play. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
From a great throw to a nice route catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
One play in, and this drive is already in enemy territory. They go play action on 1st. Throwing this back in the end zone. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away. That makes it 2nd down.
You know, as a QB, I'm going to note that in the back of my head. That was a heck of a break. Knocks the ball away. DBs like that, they tend to, once they get one hand on the ball, have a pretty good beat on you and can get 2 hands on it the next time.
Back to the air here on 2nd and 10. Fires over the middle. Caught. And he's going to be brought down. Looks like at that 37-yard line. 12 yards on that play and a good call nets him the 1st.
I'm sure, Coach, a play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Option headed to the left on 1st down. And they bring him down around the 34. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. Only a solitary field goal so far as we're through 1 quarter. Just 3-0 is our score. We'll return to the link right after this. Ready now for our 2nd quarter. The Eagles have the football. They're advancing it well as they face 2nd down. From the 34. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And he's brought down for a loss. The rookie from Georgia in on that tackle.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Hurts to throw. He's got it. And he scores. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles take a 2nd quarter lead. Dallas Goedert the touchdown. Well, good luck stopping the big fella that close to the goal line, Brock. I've always thought that the distance right there is just made for tight ends to score touchdowns.
Yeah, and it's not just the sport that you also love to cover in basketball. It's all about matchups. You get near the red zone and into the end zone, matchups become critical. And when you got a dude like this that's a mismatch maker, you feed him.
Now Jake Elliott on to attempt the extra point. That one splits the uprights. And they'll continue adding to their lead. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. Well, we've already seen some nice plays here, and we're going to see plenty more before this game ends. But you might be thinking, with plays like that, my guys' ratings should be better. Well, you're not alone. You got a chance to let the Madden Ratings Hotline know just what you're thinking. Give them a call, 1-844-MADDEN-1, and make your case for who should get a boost. Love looking to pass. He completes it in traffic. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
Not met many receivers in my life that don't love the spotlight, but you got to earn your place there. An easy way to do it, catches just like that, going up into double coverage and making the play anyway.
2nd and 3 now. This is Jacobs running left. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost, and he busts those tackles.
They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. Going run again with Jacobs. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them are just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Here's Love to throw. Gets this one to Watson. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
That can be a hopeless feeling when you fire a curl route right into zone coverage perfectly like that. Unless that curl happens to be right next to where one of your guys is sitting, that pass can come in there and there's nothing this defense can do.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. Throwing, Love. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. That one ends up a gain of 6. And that's good for a Green Bay 1st down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Love. That finds Jacobs complete. And he works this to the 38 before going now.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down, well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. 3rd and short in your back pocket, and get even more aggressive and take that shot.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 38. Reed's got it. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. They get 6 and a 1st down as well.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
It's the 2-minute warning now from the link. And it's the Packers looking at 1st and 10. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Throwing it again here. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. To the air with Love. And He'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Third and a lone yard coming up. Long now to throw. That's caught for the first. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
They have themselves another 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. That'll be complete to Jacobs. And they get him right at the line of scrimmage. The Packers take their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. They are throwing it again. He's got it! And this is going to be a Green Bay touchdown! The Packers get some late points and the lead. So, Brock, good work there to finish off the drive in the end zone and retake the lead.
You just get this feeling every once in a while in games, this sucker's going to be a back-and-forth football game. So what a great job offensively to jump out in front here in the first half of play.
Anders Carlson to tack on the extra point. That one right down the middle. And they'll continue adding to their lead.
Eagles 7.
Carlson all set now for the kickoff. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Eagles taking over now late in the first half. With the time remaining, we'll see if they can get this into field goal range before halftime. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Back to throw, Hurts. Short pass caught by his tight end. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. Timeout taken by the Eagles. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Second and 6 coming up here. Here's Hurts. He's on the move. Oh, look at this. Here he goes. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Tick, tick, tick. Tick, tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
And the Packers at a 5th DB out there for this 3rd down play. Hits his man on the out route. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver could easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
Jake Elliott out to put up 3 for the Eagles. It's on the left hash, 46 yards out. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. That's the half here in this one. All tied up thanks to that late field goal. Now we'll send you down the East Coast to our studios in Orlando. Jonathan Coachman and the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. And welcome in everyone to our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, thank you, Coach. And we are back and about set to begin the second half. Well, we're set up for an incredible second half, all tied as we kick it away here in quarter number 3. Kickoff taken at the 3. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25 after the return. Here's the Packer offense headed out to start the 3rd quarter. They really have the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. Drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Running right, here's Jacobs. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
On 2nd and short. Jacobs with a 1st and then some. And he's finally marked down at the 46-yard line. They get 22 on that one. And it'll be 1st down Packers.
I'll tell you what, Kay, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
Now they'll throw out of the gun. Fires down the middle, and it is caught. It's a gain of 22. And that's good for a Green Bay 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
They are now set for 1st and 10. Now he'll throw off the play fake. That's complete to Musgrave.
Just stay on schedule. Just stay on schedule, like SOS. Bad thing on a ship. Good thing on a football field. Even a little completion keeps this offense on schedule.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And this is run down into the red zone at the 19. Give him 4 on that run. That's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite of the big meal between them and the 1st down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
Here's Love. Cut by Jacobs. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
This dude just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that first down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he runs this one in. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers take the lead right away in half number 2. It's a Josh Jacobs touchdown. Well, this has definitely been a tight one throughout, Brock. So now that they've taken the lead, the question becomes, can they hold on to it?
And that question right there is one the defense has to answer. But this sure had the look of a drive where a coaching staff challenged that offense, saying, hey, we need a big drive from you guys right here. And sure enough, that offense delivers.
Yeah, no doubt. That one splits the uprights. And they'll continue adding to their lead.
Eagles 10.
Carlson all set now for the kickoff. Here's a return from the 7. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. The Eagles ready to set up shop on offense. They'll look to knot up this game right now as they trail 17-10. First and 10 now from the 30. Hurts. Taken in by Smith. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. Here's a give up the middle. Takes out a one-stop. And all that for a single yard. What an effort to get what he could there. Call it no gain, maybe one at best on that play. That leaves him with 3rd and 2.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Here he is to throw on 3rd and 2. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's down after getting this up to the 41. 3 yards there and enough to move the chains.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
1st and 10 from the 41. Now Hurts. He finds the open man there, complete. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. From the red zone now. And it's caught. And he scores. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles track their second half with some needed points. Dallas Goedert the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the fourth quarter that could go either way.
Elliott on now to attempt the point after. That one right down the middle. And we're all tied up. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. His return starts at the 5. He's got a lane up past the 30. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. The Packers and Josh Jacobs about set to go on offense. It's all squared up again following that touchdown, partner, so some added importance on this series.
We've got ourselves a heck of a tie ball game, but maybe not for long after that return. We've got one side clearly responding well to this pressure. The question is, some of those kicking team guys now running to play defense, how do they respond after giving up that big return late?
Love looking to pass. This finds Dobbs. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Here's Love to throw. On target to Musgrave. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Throwing off the play fake here. Got a man, coverage lost him, complete. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Love now to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Looking for Christian Watson that time. So that brings up 2nd down.
Timing is everything in life, and timing is everything defensively. That throw was just a little bit late and gave the defense time to close, deliver a pop, and knock that ball loose.
Some movement there before the snap, right side of the line. This is going to back them up.
Ball start, offense.
So tough to stay set when you've got defenders doing everything they can to make you jump, and, well, they got one of them to move that time.
Still 2nd down.
So things getting a bit tougher following that penalty. We got 2nd and 15. To the air with Love. He brings it in. And he's going to be just inside the 10 before he goes out.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
We're still tied through 3 here. Neither defense has given an inch in this one. It's a tie ball game through 3. We'll see which side separates here in the 4th. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Throwing Love. Packers take a fourth quarter lead. Jaden Reed, the touchdown. That one not easy, Brock. Threading the needle there. Boy, there was a lot of traffic in the end zone, but he still found his man.
Yeah, you don't really recommend challenging double coverage in the end zone in this league, but when you give your receiver a chance in that spot, that's what they love. And sometimes you just have to trust that your guys are better than the ones surrounding him, and he'll go make that play anyway.
Carlson to tack on the extra point. That one splits the uprights. And they'll continue adding to their lead. Carlson all set now for the kickoff. Return coming from the 6. And he's brought down. The offense will come onto the field. The Eagles and quarterback Jalen Hurts ready to go once more on offense. And as we see some of the highlights from their showing, his work a big part of why they're in front right now. Having a nice, solid game as their offensive leader. I think we can say he's had a firm grip on the wheel and has really driven them to this advantage. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Hurts looking to throw. Got a man. Uzama has it. And they bring him down around the 34. It goes for a 38-yard pickup. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down.
Okay, that play's so indicative of why tight ends in this league have become just an X factor. Right, they're big, they can block at the line of scrimmage, but the elite guys, they've got that speed, and they can take something short and make a difference with it down the field.
The complexion of this drive has changed dramatically now. New set of downs inside the 35. Back to throw, Hurts. Got a man open, complete. They rip off a big check the field and sets him up with 1st and goal.
He just made a difficult throw to the outside. Look elementary, Kate, and that's not easy. The placement, excellent. He helped set his target up to put some more yards on that stat sheet.
Four downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. They'll go from the gun with Barkley. And he can only get a lone yard. Took a couple of guys to hold him down near the line.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal. Right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Second chance at 6 here. It's 2nd and goal. Another chance for him. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him a couple on the run, and they'll need the same here. 3rd and goal at the 2.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive. Try to stick them with the loss and make a difficult 4th down decision.
And he scores! It's a Philadelphia touchdown! The Eagles get it down to a single point. A.J. Brown, the touchdown! They were throwing for it there, and they didn't care who knew about it, Brock, and it turns out, hey, nothing was going to stop him either.
Yeah, there's something about an empty formation. You are declaring to a defense, other than QB draw, this ball is going to be in the air. But at the same time, you also force the defense's hand. There's only so many coverages they can play, and they just exposed them.
So a chance to tie it up again here in the fourth. That one right down the middle. And we're all knotted up. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And that's where they'll begin the drive following the return. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. This drive started, 1st and 10. Love now. To the left sideline, complete. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be 1st down, Packers.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darryl Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And this is going to be a Green Bay touchdown. The Packers take a 4th quarter lead. Christian Watson with the touchdown. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period. Yeah. End of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Carlson now to add one more. That one splits the uprights. And they'll continue adding to their lead.
Eagles 24.
Carlson all set now for the kickoff. Here's a return from the 7. And he's brought down. The offense will come onto the field. Philadelphia getting ready to go on offense. Still time to go, Brock, but that touchdown has him down now 7. They've got to find the end zone here. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Here's Hurts. That pass complete to Goddard. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 34. Short pass caught by his tight end. goes out close to that 45-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum. Keep that defense on its heels.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Now they send their back in motion right. Hurts to throw. He's finds Smith. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. That was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
They'll throw it again. Completed here to Uzama. And he's taken down at the 30. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
First and 10 now from the 30. Hurts. This ball's caught by Uzama. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's a Philadelphia first down. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in Philly. Eagles down by 7. All right, set now, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. This throw is caught. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Looking to throw it. Almost had 6, but can't find him in the end zone. Incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And that makes it 3rd down.
Well, Kate, that wasn't a fast enough break for the interception, but it was good enough and a good enough break to break on the ball, get a finger on it, and force the incompletion.
Here he is to throw. The back grabs it. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting that first. Straight ahead, here's Barkley. And he is into the end zone for a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles cut it to a point late in this one. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. So they get the all-important touchdown here late in the game, Brock. Now the question, play for the tie or go for 2 and the lead?
And I know they've got all these charts and numbers and analytics to tell you what to do, but this comes down to the gut and the trust of the head coach. Does he trust his offense more to go get this 2-point conversion, or is he going to lean in his defense and believe that they can get the stop?
That one right down the middle. And we're all tied up. Elliott's all set for the kickoff.
For Philadelphia.
This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. Good looking return here, and he's got room. And he's brought down. The offense will come onto the field. That 100-yard mark, it's as coveted by receivers as it is by running backs, and he's now reached it with that last catch. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Throwing now. Watson with the catch. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
Boy, they sure found the right route at the right time to hit the soft spot in that coverage. And that slant, it goes for big yardage.
The Packers trying to hurry to the line. Now to throw. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. A pickup of 2, maybe 3, but most importantly, Brock, that's enough to move the sticks. The Packers trying to hurry to the line. To throw. And that catch is made down the right sideline. Great effort there. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's good for a Green Bay 1st down.
They've run this 12-yard out route, Kate, at the combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. In this throw, this is a big boy throw.
Now hang on, they want to take another look at this play, and a very important call coming up late in this game.
Previous play is under review.
So what we're all looking for here, did he secure the catch and maintain it while also getting both feet down?
Yeah, this is why it's a perfect look. This is why teams scout body control and field awareness for these pass catchers. For moments like this, he did not have much margin for error, and it happens oh so fast.
After review of the play, ruling on the field stands.
They took a look just to be safe. You always appreciate that, but the call on the field stands. All their timeouts left, but not much time itself. It's 1st and 10. A give to Jacobs on the inside handoff. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
So it all comes down to this. One final kick for the win. Timeout taken by the defense. Their 2nd. Still one more in their pocket to use. Packers are going to turn to their kicker, Anders Carlson, for the field goal try. From the right hash, a 49-yard look. And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And barring a miracle, that's your game winner, folks.
That field goal gives them the lead for the moment, Kate, but you don't feel comfortable when you look up at that scoreboard. This one isn't over, and that lead certainly isn't safe.
Carlson all set now for the kickoff. They'll bring this out of the end zone. And this drive will start inside the 25.
Trailing by 1 score late here, Kate. Maybe this is the return. Maybe this is what helps them get right back into a good field position now to start their most important series yet of this game.
They're out and set, 1st and 10. One final shot here. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. Big shot is hauled in. Peter inbounds. Oh, what a play! So it's the visiting Packers who pick up the win. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one.